In this video, we're going to look at how to manage the events calendar in a Joomla website, and we're looking at a Joomla website that has an extension called JEvents installed. So I'm going to look at how we manage the events in JEvents. What JEvents is an events calendar which shows us what events you might be running on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, and so on. So what we're looking at here is the menu for the website. Now, normally you wouldn't give people access to manage events unless they're actually logged on to the website. And that's the case here. I'm logged on to this website, and with websites with purpose, when we build a website, we'll add a tutorials menu item. So we've got video tutorials on how to look after the various parts of the site. And in this case, I've got a manage events tab as well. So that's for the site owner to manage the events. So when you click on manage events, you will see the events that are already on the site. And as you can see, we can delete that, we can modify it, or we can unpublish it. So you might unpublish it because you've got some unknown details or a changed venue, you're not sure the new venue or whatever it might be. So you can unpublish the event, but it's still in the background for you to turn back on later. So in this case, we're going to add a new event. So we come down here, add an event, and that will bring up our a multi-screen events management area. And here we have our new event, and I'm going to just call this my Joomla event because I don't have much imagination. Mark who is the creator, and it might be a software, you might be creating it for someone else, and categories. On this particular site, we only have one category, which is default. You might have multiple categories. You might have one for men's events, one for women's events, one for family events, and so on. In this case, we just got the one, but otherwise you'd be able to click on there and choose from a drop-down list of which category you want this event to be listed under. And access level, in most cases, events will be public, but you might have events that you only want people who are registered on your site to see, so they would only see them when they're logged on. And you might have events in there for staff, for example, that you don't want the public to see. And the state of the event, that's published or not published. So I'm going to leave that published at the moment because we haven't actually saved it. Description is exactly what it says. It's simply a description of the event. So give it a quick description there. Give it a location. And you can go in as much detail as you want there. Put in a contact. And extra info. Now in the extra info, you can do things like, if you're using Eventbrite, you can paste the link to that particular event in here, so people can click here to make a booking. So you might just do something like book at, and then put in the URL. And the people can click on there and go and make the booking. We then need to set when the event is. That's using the calendar drop down. This can be very simple or quite sophisticated depending on what your event is. You can have a single one-off event. We just choose a date, say the 24th. Actually, we might make it 23rd, it's a Thursday, 8 a.m. Until 10 a.m. and that could be it. Simply save and you're done. Or it could be a repeating event. You might want to run this event every month. So we're going to click on repeat monthly, and we've got multiple options here now. So we can have, you might say, well, it's just for the next 2 months, in which case you'd say repeat by count. You could have a repeat until, in which case you might say, well, I'm going to run these through to the end of the year, with the probable exception of December, so we'll just run it through until the start of December. I can put it by the day of the month, so it might be the 23rd of every month, or by the Thursday of, say, every third week. So the third week of every month on a Thursday we'll have this event, and then we save, and that goes straight into our calendar. So I'm just going to save that and save and close. We go to our events calendar, and there's my event, which is obviously repeating on a daily basis instead of monthly. So I've messed that one up, haven't I? So let's go back to manage that and see what we've done wrong. Go calendar. Right, so here we are. What I've done is I've marked out week 3. I should have marked out all the weeks except week 3. So it now appears only on the third week of each month. And we have a look at that by month. We should see one instance only of this. And there it is. We go to May. And there it appears on the third Thursday of the month, and so on through to the end of December. So that's how we